Hey guys, it's Kaz here, aka Cats and Camera, and today I'm doing the bookshelf scavenger hunt tag. Now this is a really old tag and the original video doesn't actually exist anymore, but I will link the creator below if you want to check their channel out. It was created by the Library of Sarah, so I'll link that below. So as the name suggests, this is sort of like a scavenger hunt, search for stuff on your bookshelf. There's 19 questions and I wrote these down quite a while ago, so I can't remember most of them. So hopefully I'll pick up some things that I don't normally show. So question 1 is find an author's name or title with the letter Z in it, or Z if you're English. And that's easy for me because right here, Darren Shan Zombie. I feel like that was quite easy compared to some of the videos that I've seen other people do, trying to find a Z. So question 2 is find a classic. And I have hardly any classics on my shelf, but I do have a couple. So I'll go with Alice's Adventures in Wonderland by Lewis Carroll. And if anyone's seen my little review of this, I didn't really like it that much. So question 3 is find a book with a key on it. I actually remember watching somebody's video ages ago doing this tag. And I went to my shelves because I couldn't think of any, and I remember the one that I found, so at least it was not going to take me like half an hour looking through all these books. The Wasp Factory by Ian Banks. Here, there's a little key. I don't know if you can see that on camera, but yeah, I remember looking through my books a while ago trying to find one, and I think this is the only one I could find. So there you go. The question 4 is find something on your bookshelf that is not a book. That's pretty easy. I will go with... In fact, I'll go with these wings because I think they're pretty cool. These used to be attached to a dragon, like a big dragon statue thing that my sister had. But then I think it got broke or somebody got rid of it, and I kept the wings because I thought they would look really cool. So I keep these on my bookshelf now. Now question 5 is find the oldest book on your shelf. I'm not sure whether this means oldest as in when it was first published or oldest as in which one I've had the longest. If it's oldest that I've had, I don't know if this is exactly the one, but it will be something by Jacqueline Wilson, because when I was a young kid, Jacqueline Wilson books were pretty much the only ones that I ever read. Also, I know this is definitely not something that I've had the longest, but I have this Up and Away, and it's just a poetry book. And one of my poems is in it from when I was 9 in primary school. So my Jacqueline Wilson books I definitely had before I was 9, but I just think this is pretty cool, so I thought I'd show it. I'm not going to read the poem because it's terrible. So question 6 is find a book with a girl on the cover. Really? This would have been so much better question if it was find a book with a boy on the cover. I'm going to try and find a good one instead of a lame one because most of them are lame. I quite like the Graceland and the Fire covers because they're really dark and you can hardly see the girl on the front. Or Blue Lily Lily Blue, that's pretty cool. I'm not even 100% sure if that's a girl, but it looks quite feminine. You know what, I'm just going to make 6.5 and a cover with a boy on it just because I really like these covers. The Marbury Lens and Passenger by Andrew Smith. I really like these covers, and the sides, when you put them together, also make the face, which I think is pretty cool. So question 7 is find a book that has an animal in it. Oh, I thought this was going to be quite hard, but then I just noticed this. Animal Farm by George Orwell. There's a whole farm of animals in it. Oh, and also, even though I've already used a book by Maggie Stiefvater from this series, but Chainsaw, I love Chainsaw. This has got a raven in it called Chainsaw. So question 8 is find a book with a male protagonist. Oh, I could have used Passenger and Marbury Lens for this one. But so we've got Finn in 100 Sideways Miles by Andrew Smith. Mr. Crepsley in the spin-off 4-part series from the Saga of Darren Shan. This is the Saga of Larton Crepsley. Aristotle in Aristotle and Dante Discover the Secrets of the Universe by Benjamin Alira Sands. And Anton in The Night Watch by Sergei Lukienko. So question 9 is find a book with only words on it. I know what I can do for this one. Oh my days, I found it. Under Your Skin by Sabine Durrant. This was a uncorrected proof copy that I found in a charity shop, so that works. And also while I was looking for that, I found this one as well, so I might as well mention it. Walking on Glass by Ian Banks. So question 10 is find a book with illustrations in it. Do I cheat and go for a graphic novel? Maybe. You know what, I'm not even going to cheat. I'm not going for a graphic novel and I'm not going for a manga either. I'm going to go with Standoff by Andrew Smith. I feel like I've mentioned so many Andrew Smith books in this. Well, this has little comic strip things in it. So question 11 is find a book with gold lettering. I know what I'm going to do with this one because when I was reading it, all the lettering came off it. I don't know if it was just a badly made copy or whether it does it to other people's books. Oh, why is it right at the bottom? Ugh. So I'm going for Lady Midnight by Cassandra Clare, and I'm sure you can see that on the camera. All the gold lettering's coming off. So you can just see it says Cassandra and then Clare a little bit. Don't know why. But that has got gold lettering on, but for how long? I don't know. Question 12 is find a diary, true or fictional. I've got My Mad Fat Diary by Ray Earl. I've not read this yet, but I watched the TV show and I really enjoyed it, so I have this book to read at some point. Question 13 is find a book written by somebody with a common name. Shall I use Andrew Smith again? Grasshopper Jungle by Andrew Smith. Paper Towns by John Green. So question 14 is find a book that has a close-up of something on it. And I will Before I Go to Sleep by S.J. Watson. So question 15 is find a book on your shelf that takes place in the earliest time period. I'm not sure the exact time period this happens in. I'm not good with history, but The Song of Achilles by Madeline Miller is about right back in the day in Greece. Come in, baby. You joining in? You're gonna help me find some books? What are you doing? Stop being cute. So, question 16 is find a hardcover book without a jacket. And I know which one to go for this. Darren Brown, Confessions of a Conjurer. Look, this had red edges before it was cool. Just saying. Question 17 is find a teal or turquoise coloured book. Shall I go for this? Oh my god, I'm gonna, aren't I? I can't not. It's like a running theme, I can't not do this now. Stick by Andrew Smith. Now question 18 is find a book with stars on it. Does that count? Does that count? The sun is a massive star. There is even a book that says so. I'll give you The Sun by Jandy Nelson. I'm going to try and look for a proper one now. This is probably a really terrible version for this. But Douglas Adams, Mostly Harmless. There's some little white dots that are stars. I feel like I thought stars would have been a more prominent feature in books, but apparently not ones that I own. I can't find anything better than that, so that will have to do. So the last question, question 19, is find a non-YA book. I already have found quite a few in this video already, but Lord of the Rings by J.R.R. Tolkien, A Clash of Kings by George R.R. Martin, or just the whole A Song of Ice and Fire series. Percy Jackson and the Last Olympian by Rick Riordan, because it's middle grade, not YA. And I'll finish with Dream Boy by Jim Grimsley. So yeah, that was the bookshelf scavenger hunt. I hope you saw some books that I haven't mentioned before on this channel, and maybe even saw some things that you want to check out. Recommendations without me actually mentioning anything about the books. If you did, then comment that below, that would be cool to find out, or comment below any of the answers to the questions that you would use. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more, then please subscribe and like, that'd be awesome, and check out some of my other videos as well. Anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed this video and I will see you in a few days. Bye.